Dr. Y. Sarada, Professor, Department of Mathematics, Anna University. Her area of specialization is applied probability and stochastic modeling. She has about 25 research publications in national and international journals. She has guided students for research projects. She has delivered lectures in her area of specialization in many institutions.
Welcome to the UGC lecture series on reliability theory. So far we have looked into the basic reliability concepts, failure rate functions, and got started with the classes of lifetime distributions. In the last lecture we saw the exponential distribution and the gamma model. We are to look into the other lifetime distributions, namely the Weibull distribution. In the gamma distribution, the PDF is given by Ft of t equal to e power minus lambda t power n minus 1 by gamma n into lambda. T is greater than or equal to 0 and lambda is greater than 0. For the gamma random variable, the PDF is given by Ft of t equal to e power minus lambda t power n minus 1 by gamma n into lambda. Here t is greater than or equal to 0 and lambda is greater than 0. Lambda is called the scale parameter and n greater than 0 is the shape parameter. The moments of a gamma random variable are given by the mean mu is given by n by lambda, the variance sigma square is given by n by lambda square. When n equal to 1, we see that a gamma random variable reduces to an exponential random variable. This represents the constant failure rate, because the failure rate, namely the hazard function for an exponential random variable, is a constant lambda. So, this is a constant failure rate function. In the case when n lies between 0 and 1, that is 0 less than n less than 1, the gamma random variable has a decreasing failure rate distribution. Namely, the hazard rate function or the failure rate function represents a decreasing failure rate here. Similarly, in this case when n is greater than 1, the gamma distribution reduces to an increasing failure rate distribution. Here CFR represents a constant failure rate, DFR represents a decreasing failure rate, and IFR represents an increasing failure rate. So, in this way you see that a gamma random variable is a flexible lifetime distribution, because it can be used to model all the 3 regions of the bathtub curve, because you have a decreasing failure rate phase and a constant failure rate phase in the middle, and then once again an increasing failure rate towards the end. So, the 3 regions of a bathtub curve can be modeled using a gamma distribution. Here there is an interesting feature, namely, suppose you have n to be an integer, then this gamma distribution is represented by an Erlang distribution, where you have n to be taking only the integers. Another interesting and primemost distribution which is used in reliability theory is the Weibull distribution. The PDF of a Weibull random variable capital T is given by Ft of t is equal to e power minus t by eta whole power beta into beta times t power beta minus 1, the whole thing divided by eta power beta. This is valid when t is greater than or equal to 0. Here eta is called as a scale parameter and beta is referred to as a shape parameter. The important functions associated with any random variable, namely the reliability function or the survivor function, the cumulative distribution function, namely the CDF, and the hazard rate, all are given by here for this viable random variable as r of t is equal to e power minus t by eta whole power beta, and this is valid when t is greater than or equal to 0. Similarly, the cumulative distribution function or the CDF capital F of t is given by 1 minus capital R of t, but R of t we know it is given by this function out here e power minus of t by eta whole power beta. So, we have capital F of t equal to 1 minus e power minus t by eta the whole power beta. This is also valid when t is greater than or equal to 0. Now, what is the interesting function, namely the failure rate function or the hazard rate function? H of t for the viable distribution is given by h of t equal to, by definition it is the PDF little f of t by r of t. Little f of t we already saw that it is given by e power minus t by eta whole power beta into beta t power beta minus 1 divided by eta power beta, this divided by r of t, which is e power minus t by eta whole power beta. You can see that this r of t function given by e power minus t by eta whole power beta gets cancelled. This is the function which is there here. So, this function gets cancelled with the denominator. We are left out with beta t power beta minus 1 divided by eta power beta. So, the hazard rate function h of t is equal to beta by eta into t by eta the whole power beta minus 1. Again, this is valid for all values of t non-negative, namely t greater than or equal to 0. The primemost measures of any distribution are the moments, namely particularly the first and second moments. So, the first order moment is the mean. So, for this viable random variable, the mean mu is equal to eta times gamma of 1 plus 1 by beta, and the variance is given by eta square into gamma of 2 plus beta by beta minus gamma of 1 plus 1 by beta the whole square. What is the variance formula? It is E of x square minus E of x the whole square. So, you know that the variance formula, variance of any random variable is given by the second order moment E of x square minus E of x, which is nothing but the mean E of x the whole square. So, here mu is E of x. So, you have mu equal to E of x. So, that is how when you square this you get eta square into gamma of 1 plus 1 by beta the whole square, and that is what is being substituted here. So, eta square is taken out commonly and you get this expression. Now, again once we have the failure rate function, we are to look into what are the interesting features coming out of this failure rate function or the hazard rate function. Now, you see that the mean, variance, the hazard rate function all are expressed in terms of the scale parameter and the shape parameters, whichever is applicable there. We see that in particular when beta lies between 0 and 1. The random variable represents that of a decreasing failure rate distribution. So, the failure rate or the hazard rate is decreasing in the case when beta lies between 0 and 1. So, in the case when beta equal to 1, we see that the failure rate is a constant. Let us look into this. We have this hazard rate function h of t equal to beta by eta into t by eta the whole power beta minus 1. Now, suppose when beta is equal to 1, what happens? This expression becomes t by eta whole power 0, which is nothing but 1, and we are left out with h of t equal to beta by eta, but both are constants. So, you have in particular when beta equal to 1, again we have just h of t is 1 by eta, eta is a constant. So, the failure rate or the hazard rate is a constant. Hence, this represents a constant failure rate distribution. In particular, let us look into this PDF. Here, when you put beta equal to 1, what is happening? You get 1 into t power 1 minus 1, that is t power 0, which is 1, beta is 1, and we have here eta power 1. So, 1 by eta. Let us see what happens to this distribution when beta equal to 1. So, f t of t is equal to e power minus t by eta the whole power 1, right, into t power 0 into 1, which is 1, divided by eta power 1, which is eta. So, essentially we have f t of t is equal to e power minus t by eta into 1 divided by eta. So, this form is something like f t of t is equal to a constant lambda say into e power minus lambda t, and anyway we are not tampering anything with t. So, t is non-negative. So, this is nothing but the representation of a exponential random variable. So, where I have assumed that lambda is 1 by eta. So, you see that when beta equal to 1, the Weibull distribution reduces to an exponential distribution, and for an exponential random variable the hazard rate function is a constant. So, that is what we have got through the PDF and also through the failure rate function. So, when beta equal to 1, you have the constant failure rate function, that is the Weibull distribution reduces to a constant failure rate distribution. So, that is what is an important observation here. Next, when beta is greater than 1, we have the Weibull random variable representing an increasing failure rate distribution. So, in this way once again we see that a Weibull random variable also is a flexible distribution, and all the 3 regions of the bathtub curve can be modeled for any system appropriately. So, other than gamma distribution, the Weibull distribution is also an excellent distribution which can be used in reliability theory in order to represent the 3 regions of the bathtub curve through the failure rate function. So, now you see the importance of the hazard rate function in the reliability theory, where you can model the appropriate systems suitable to the systems under consideration. Next in the line is the normal distribution. The PDF of a normal distribution is given by Ft of x, say, is given by 1 by root 2 pi sigma into e power minus of x minus mu the whole square by 2 sigma square, where minus infinity is less than x less than infinity. Here you observe that x, the values of the random variable can be negative also. So, we have this function to be valid for x lying between minus infinity to plus infinity. Here mu and sigma are the parameters of the normal distribution, and mu is called the mean of the normal random variable, and sigma is called the standard deviation of the normal random variable. Essentially, sigma square is the variance of the random variable x, the normal random variable, and sigma is the square root of sigma square, square root of the variance, and it is called the standard deviation. And here it is assumed that, or it can be observed that, this normal random variable is an important probability distribution for use in statistics. And in reliability theory, it is mostly used as a limiting form of the binomial distribution and the Poisson distributions. So, in that way the importance of normal distribution has been established in the literature. Next in line is the log normal distribution. So, we have a random variable t to represent a log normal distribution if t has the PDF Ft of t is given by 1 by root 2 pi sigma t into e power minus 1 by 2 sigma square into log t minus mu the whole square. Here sigma is greater than 0 and mu is the mean. Both are the parameters of the log normal distribution. And sigma is called the shape parameter and mu is called the scale parameter. So, essentially we have that if suppose I mark x equal to log t, then if log t follows the normal distribution, say with the parameters mu and sigma square, then t is supposed to follow a log normal distribution. So, we have this relationship x follows the normal distribution with the parameters mu and sigma square if and only if t equal to e power x has the log normal distribution. Now, we will see the different functions, namely the reliability function r of t is given by 1 minus phi of log t minus mu by sigma, where t is greater than 0 we consider say non-negative values, then the CDF, here phi is the representation of the standard normal distribution CDF, and the CDF of t, namely f of t, is given by phi of ln t minus mu by sigma, again t greater than 0. The hazard rate function or the failure rate function h of t is given by little f of t by capital R of t, but this is nothing but 1 minus of phi of ln t minus mu by sigma. Again this is valid for say t greater than 0. Apart from this, the moments have to be looked into. So, E of t is given by e power mu plus sigma square by 2, and the variance of t is given by e power 2 mu plus sigma square into e power sigma square minus 1. For the log normal distribution, the failure rate function initially it increases and then it reaches its peak and tapers down later as the time goes into infinity. That is, initially it increases, it reaches a peak and then it decreases as the time t goes to infinity. That is a pattern for a hazard rate function of a log normal function. So, that is how we have looked into the various classes of lifetime distributions so far. Now, we will explicitly look into the hazard rates, namely the constant hazard rate and the hazard rate of the Weibull distribution. In particular, we have the exponential distribution which has the excellent feature of a constant failure rate. And also of interest are the hazard rates being linear, non-linear. So, we will see this constant hazard rate, namely that of the exponential distribution. We already observed that this characteristic is being exhibited by many products, particularly the electronic components. And we see that for an exponential distribution, the PDF is represented by lambda e power minus lambda t. The reliability function is given by e power minus lambda t. The CDF is given by 1 minus e power minus lambda t, where we assume that lambda is the parameter of the exponential random variable. Now, we know that the mean time to failure MTTF is given by integral 0 to infinity r of t dt. So, here substitute the function for this exponential random variable. So, which is e power minus lambda t dt. After integration we get it as 1 by lambda. And also the sigma square or the variance of the random variable is given by 1 by lambda square. Now, the failure rate, if you see the hazard rate function h of t, which is given by f of t by capital R of t, is lambda e power minus lambda t divided by e power minus lambda t, where this gets cancelled and we are left out with lambda, and lambda is a constant. So, for an exponential random variable h of t is a constant. So, such distributions are referred to as constant failure rate distributions. In particular, when you see this relation, namely sigma square equal to 1 by lambda square, This implies that the variability of the failure time, variance of x we are talking, or variance of t in this context, where t represents the lifetime of the equipment. Then we are talking about the variability of the failure time, and you see that this increases as the reliability increases. So, that is the interpretation we can give from this relation. Next we will see the linear hazard rate model. So, whereby we assume that the function, namely the hazard rate function h of t, is represented by Bt, where t is greater than 0 and b is a constant. Many components are under mechanical stresses and they fail due to wear out or deterioration. So, the hazard rate of such components increases with time. So, in such cases it is quite appropriate to model the equipments or the lifetime of the equipments with a hazard rate, that of a linear hazard rate as given here. And a linear hazard rate model is the most simplest time dependent model, and the form as is given here. Now, we see that the reliability function R of t is given by, in general, e power minus integral 0 to t h of u du. Now, substitute this hazard rate function. R of t is given by e power minus integral 0 to t b u du. So, this becomes, after integration, e power minus b u square by 2 after substituting the limits. So, it will be e power minus b into t square by 2. What is the PDF in this case? F of t is given by Bt, namely h of t into e power minus cumulative hazard rate. So, this is given by t square by 2, and t we assume that it is greater than 0. So, we can have this t greater than 0. Now, the other important ingredient in the reliability analysis is the mean time to failure. This is given by integral 0 to infinity capital R of t dt. So, this takes the form in the present case as integral 0 to infinity e power minus b into t square by 2 dt, and this is given by gamma half by 2 into gamma b by 2. So, this is root of pi by 2b, because gamma half is root pi, we get this. This is representative of a Rayleigh distribution. Today we have looked into the essence of the gamma distribution, and then the Weibull distribution, normal distribution, log normal distributions, the constant linear hazard rates. Now, you can take up some exercise problems based on these hazard rate functions. Given a component which has the hazard rate, say t is in years, the time, h of t equal to 0.4 t and t is greater than or equal to 0. Find capital R of t and determine the probability of a component failing within the first month of its operation, and what is the design life of the component if a reliability of 0.95 is desired. Next problem, a company manufactures gizmos for use on widgets. The time to failure in years of these gizmos has the following probability density function, f of t is equal to 200 by t plus 10 the whole cube, t greater than or equal to 0. Derive the reliability function and determine the reliability for the first year of operation. Compute the mean time to failure. What is the design life for a reliability of 0.95? Is the failure rate decreasing or a constant or increasing? That is the failure rate DFR or CFR or IFR? You see that this is the reverse problem. So far we give the failure rate and talk about the reliability. Now you have been given reliability and you have to find the what is the design life, what is T. So try this out. Thank you.